Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet.
Welcome everybody to another episode of This is CorbinCenter. This one happened Halloween weekend, so I'm just wearing this. I might just wear this all the time. I got a date coming up. Corbin, this one's talking about you. And oh man, you. Look at what you did. We said you got to get people talking. We said you had to do this memorable, and you went out there and did it. I'm so proud of you. Tell me about this match.
Yeah, I don't really know where to begin, so I'll just cover it all. Look, this match here at Freelance, being back at Logan Square, the whole setup to it. Now, first of all, you know I've wanted to wrestle with Brian Keith for a long time. I also had no idea that his reign was over a year. I knew it was long. I didn't know it was a year long. And look, Brian hasn't only had an amazing run at Freelance, he's had an amazing run everywhere else. And I think everyone watching this who knows Brian or watch Brian or whatever can say, we all want him to get signed. Plain and simple. So, this is a really interesting dynamic. You have what becomes a triple threat in a very similar story where, look, I've been in the tag division and going through and doing this with Bucky and then kind of bouncing back a little bit and rejuvenating myself to almost the same levels of when I was going for the World Championship. But making a triple threat with somebody like August, who's an upcoming guy, one of the guys that I really worked with in that tag, and then going against Brian, and all three of us were able to incorporate who we were and still give a big part of us in this triple threat, which I thought was amazing. Everyone got to do their thing. And I will say this is one of my favorite triple threat matches that I've had in recent memory. This is also one of my favorite matches that I've had at Logan Square. So I'm very proud of this match. And I busted out a lot. I got the moonsault in again. I went from 6 years for not hitting the moonsault to finally hitting the moonsault again. And then I scored the flash pin and became a Triple Crown champion here at Freelance. So that is a huge win for me. That's a big win for me. Obviously, having a great match, having all this stuff, because if you know anything about, I guess I haven't got there yet as far as in reigns and rankings, but when I talk about my World Championship reign, you'll know I was not happy with the match that I won in there. But this one, on the other hand, is great. Getting this victory was great. This was a big moment for me, and being back at Logan Square, everything just kind of hit. And I want to say how proud I am of this match, and I really did enjoy it.
Again, so proud of you. I mean, this is twice now that you Grand Slam, Triple Crown, all these things. You've won 2 belts in in basically a week's time, which is absolutely amazing. What does this mean to you? What does this mean to your legacy at Freelance? How was everything with the ride? Tell us everything about this trip to Freelance.
Being able to claim to be the first of something is always important, and knowing full well of everything. And I got to talk to a lot of people afterwards. I got to talk to Matt Nix, and one thing I always appreciate about Matt Nix is I came to Nix and said that I wanted to be a part of every show. And I said, and I think I've mentioned this before, where I said, here's what I want to do. Either you can tell me to fuck off, or we can agree to be on every single show. And that started it, and I always appreciate Matt, and I told him that. Isaiah and James always are look, we've gone through a lot of changes in the past year since coming back from the pandemic, and all these venue changes and all this stuff, and we just needed, you've always been consistent, you always deliver, you always give us your best. Workhorse Corbin, you get workhorse Corbin, you give us everything that it means a lot what you do for us. And this was kind of a reward to be the first ever Triple Crown champion of Freelance, and that's something that no one's going to ever take away from me. I'm looking forward to this reign. I'm looking forward to what I'll be able to do with this, the matches that I will be able to have. I'm looking forward to 2024, and as you know, in previous Corbin Centers, I've had a little bit of doubts on my future with Freelance, but this seems to solidify. Obviously, I have November and December. I just got January and February. Hopefully, I'll get a couple more dates. But I've been very excited for the opportunities. I'm hoping for another singles match with Brian Keith. I'm hoping for more features. And being back at Logan Square on IWTV, this will be a big opportunity for me. and I can't wait to keep busting certain, like getting this opportunity to push myself a little bit, which I'm excited about. More back in a role that I feel is more fitting of me. I really liked what I did in the tag. It was something different at a time that was needed. But now I feel like we're getting back to a stage where the loudmouth mercenary Darren Corbin aspect, which started at Freelance, is now back. And that part's cool. So this does mean a lot to me. And it's also been a pretty good month, pretty good week, that I've become a Grand Slam winner and a Triple Crown winner. I'm the only Triple Crown winner at First Wrestling, too. So it just shows you like the reliability and consistency that I bring. I think it's a reflection on me. And I look forward to seeing what comes up next.
Well, man, if I haven't said it already, congratulations. What you just did in both at Freelance and other promotions, right now you're on a hell of a run. And we got to give credit to Brian Keith for an amazing run. Absolutely. But I'm excited to see what you do at Freelance. And please stay tuned for more. This is CorbinCenter.